Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm sure that by this point, anyone into ROI crypto projects has heard of StableFund and its amazing 1.5% daily returns, but these sorts of returns have to bring about the question, is it legit or is it just another Ponzi? I'll try to remain as impartial as I can and present the information I've gathered without my bias, but feel free to call me out in the comments below if you notice any mistakes. For those that aren't aware, the basic premise of StableFund is that user deposits are actively traded by cutting-edge trading bots to produce the 1.5% daily return on deposited capital. However, to ensure the security of the project, the details of these bots are not public, which brings about the question, do we know these bots actually exist or have proof of their returns? No, we don't. I'm sure that right about now, the thought of, but I've been able to withdraw my rewards every day, how could that happen if the bots aren't trading, has crossed at least one person's mind, and the answer to that is that the rewards are being paid out using the deposits of other users, which is basically Ponzi economics. Now, I understand that is a somewhat big claim, so I'll substantiate it using blockchain transaction data aggregated using Dune analytics. Before I do that, I just want to show the BUSD contract and contextualize what some of these function calls are. So this here is the complete list of functions on the BUSD contract. These are all of the functions that just read data from the contract, like the total amount of people invested. These are the write functions, which are able to make changes on the contract, like adding and withdrawing funds, which are the functions that we're interested in. So this first function, we can ignore, it's not really relevant to this video. Claim all reward is used by each user to claim all of your pending rewards. Deposit is used when you deposit capital into your position, including when you're compounding your claimed rewards. Deposit funds can only be called by the contract owner and is used to top up the contract with BUSD. We can ignore renounce ownership, reset contract, and transfer ownership for now, as these aren't immediately relevant. Withdraw capital is what is called when you withdraw your unlocked capital, and withdraw funds can only be called by the contract owner and is used to withdraw BUSD from the contract. With that in mind, do you see any functions that would allow a bot to trade directly using the funds from this contract? No? It's because there aren't any. The only way a bot could be trading using these funds is if the withdraw funds function is called to manually withdraw funds for the bot, and the bot's profit should be deposited using the deposit funds method call. So with this information in mind, let's jump over to Dune Analytics and have a look at the dashboard I've created. As you can see, whilst 12.38 million BUSD has been withdrawn by the owners, none has been deposited back. What is the implication of this? No bot profit has entered this contract. Every single reward withdrawal has been paid out using another user's deposit. Now this is concerning. It's even more concerning when we look at the total cumulative capital deposited into the platform. We can do this by summing the value of every capital deposit call and subtracting the deposit fees to get the total amount of BUSD that has been deposited into the contract. We can then take this number and subtract the capital that has been withdrawn to get the total amount of capital that should be currently held in this contract. When we plot this figure over time, which is the orange capital held line on this plot, we notice that the capital held is exponentially increasing when compared to the actual current BUSD balance of the contract. This is because most users are compounding their withdrawn rewards by redepositing them back into the contract. So even though 36.9 million BUSD of rewards has been withdrawn, most of this is redeposited back into the contract as capital. This has the result of not reducing or increasing the actual balance of the contract, whilst dramatically increasing the amount of capital the contract should hold. The only thing causing the actual contract balance to increase is new investors introducing new money to the system, which is consistent with what we see when plotting the new users over time, which is continually trending up. At this point in time, there is about 73.7 million BUSD of active capital deposits in the contract, with only 24 million BUSD actually being present. So at the latest update I could find in Telegram, the team claimed that their secret fiduciary wallet held 33 million BUSD, but even with that, it still wouldn't be enough to support everyone withdrawing their deposited capital. So based on that, we can say that at least in its current state, StableFund is operating as a Ponzi. If they release proof of bots trading, that could always change, but its current method of operation is 100% a Ponzi, where old investors are paid rewards using new investors' deposits. I did also take some time and attempt to track the withdrawals from the contract, which led to deposits into both FTX and Binance. I performed a similar analysis on both the BNB and Matic contracts, which also produced some interesting results, so I'll likely release a video on those in the coming week. This video is getting kind of long though, so I'll leave it there for now, but feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Cheers.